I don't know when it was, maybe it was like a year or two ago, but I started seeing people stream on a multi-platform basis. So people who are not partnered specifically to Twitch or anything, they have the option to stream on every platform at the same time. So I would see people on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at the same time. When I saw this, I thought, is this the new thing? Do I have to like do this as well to stay relevant? But I don't think it'll ever be a thing, especially Facebook. Sorry, Facebook. YouTube might be the next biggest competitor when it comes to like competing against Twitch. Because I don't know if you know Valkyrie. She's also very popular, like a popular streamer.
Oh yeah, Queen, right? I know
I
her.
she may used to stream on Twitch. I don't remember, but I know she chose YouTube as a partner. So she streams solely on YouTube. And that alone, like kind of a lot of the streamers were just kind of like, wow, she chose YouTube over Twitch, you know? It made us think a little, but to me, because I've been on Twitch for so long and because Twitch was kind of the first platform that started this whole thing, to me, Twitch has a special place in my heart. I don't think I would ever go over to a different platform. I would still choose Twitch over all the other platforms because Twitch is the main platform. So it's kind of hard to just think that another platform will take over, right? Kind of like I know Instagram is doing this thing where they're promoting videos over photos now, which makes me really sad because Instagram was always just the place for photos and I still prefer posting photos over videos, but you got to get with the times. So I've been posting reels as well, but I still think Instagram can't really compete with TikTok because TikTok started the whole thing, right? Oh, okay, not TikTok. I think it was Vines. Was it Vines that started the whole little short clips
Yeah,
thing?
yeah,
But Vines flopped. I guess it was like too good for its time. It was like too early.
yeah. Great platform though. I miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never really got into it because it was too short lived. I never got a chance to actually get into it fully. But yeah, I still think the biggest competitor for Twitch would be YouTube, but I don't think it would be that big of an issue. Twitch is still going to be the place where people go to when it comes to like video game and streaming. Personally, that's what I think.
I do agree with you, but I look at it from the perspective of sports, for example. We're
Mm.
seeing esports grow at a amazing rate. It's actually a little bit alarming when you hear about some of these leagues that have a market cap of 1.5 per team and it's rising and there are minimum contracts of 50K paying out for Call of Duty. That's incredible. Because it is creating an environment where someone can actually possibly look at, well, do I want to do post-secondary school? Maybe I want to take a year off.
Oh no.
Maybe I want to create, and there's an opportunity for me to actually make money. Maybe not immediately, but I can at least get the visibility of my brand and my name out there. When you consider all of that, and you look at real life sports, you look at the fact that soccer has multiple leagues. They have different amounts that they pay out. Same thing with basketball. There are multiple leagues. You may not be able to play in the NBA, but that doesn't mean you can't go play in China or Israel or Germany, and they have their own leagues and they play very well. They pay anyone, even the coaches, very, very well. But esports is getting to that point. So I really do believe that, like you said, taking the risk of going to Facebook or going to YouTube instead of Twitch is someone looking at like what happened with Ninja. The Mixer thing didn't work out, and realistically speaking, it's still good for us because there's no ramifications for a creator to go to a platform that dies off. You're going to get paid well and you're going to be able to create content that will always be evergreen. You also dictate what your value is to the marketplace. And for smaller creators, it's only really something that we can look at from afar and imagine, maybe even daydream, but it is a reality. And I think it's going to come to the point where there are platforms that really do help with the algorithm to help advance smaller creators and really push them to actually grow. And I think it's going to come before the end of this decade.
I didn't really think about it like that. So another thing is it's possible for one person to be more popular on one platform than the other. So what you said is actually very probable. Like if they were to stream on all platforms, they may be more popular on one platform than the other because if not everyone's doing the other platform, then they'll be at that advantage, right? And also esports is really huge right now actually, but one thing you mentioned, people may think that like maybe they can like quit their studies and just like make a quick buck. So I'm all about chasing your dreams. I'm all for that. However, I also think it's very important to have like a plan B kind of like something sitting in the back. So like if anything fails, you still have something to like rely on. So if they were if someone wants to go for that route, they can, but also don't just quit school right away. Maybe like do both and see how it goes. I know it's really hard to do both at the same time, but
Yeah.
it's really hard to just say I'm going to quit this whole entire thing for this other entire thing without knowing if it's going to work out.
Fair, fair. And you're someone who you understand that balance. I don't stream. I create content on YouTube, and that's still relatively new for me. I edit for a lot of other creators that stream, and what I see from them is it's the balancing act. It's hard. Like even if you're not in school, you may have a part-time or a full-time job that pays maybe not as much, but it still contributes to your lifestyle. And then some people have a family that they actually care about over games. I could never. I never imagined that. But like you do want to play games with your kids. You don't always want to monetize every single moment of your life. You're not always looking at like creating behind the scenes stuff. Sometimes you just want to get away from streaming and spend time with your family. But then again, if you get away from all of that, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage because there's always going to be that one person who's going all in. They quit school, they quit their job, they have a 1 year timeline to make things work, and they're going to do nothing except stream all day, and they're going to do crazy subathons, and they're going to collaborate with other creators, and they have a friend group that's going to help them out, and they know someone who could put them on and help promote their stuff. It really is an uphill battle, and I do agree with you. Like, even though we need to be aware of how to grow on different platforms in this modern world, it's not necessarily something people should be looking at as like a for sure fire career that you can pick over being an accountant or a programmer or so on.
Well, it's kind of like if you were to do a startup, like a business startup, you wouldn't, I mean, you can go all in, but for the most part, you would have like a part-time job at least on the side. So it's not you're going all in. And then for the people who don't have family, because I have daughters, so I can't really relate, but for people who don't have a family and for people who they don't have much to risk, like they don't have much to lose, if they save up beforehand, they can actually go all in and they have a bigger advantage than the other people who have all these other responsibilities. So let's say they save up, they quit school, or maybe they're still doing school on the side. If they save up and they no longer need to continuously go to this part-time job, but they saved up enough to maybe sustain for like a few months and they go all in and they try their like hardest at whatever they're doing, I think they can be successful because it's all about like time and dedication and like how much you really want something. I think it is possible, but it's really hard. It's just really hard.
It is. It's very.
And I've seen like so many success stories, and I know for a fact that I'm not one of those people because I don't think I can dedicate that much time into doing that one thing. And I have mad respect for the people who actually just risk it all and just dive in and they actually come out successful. Like it's, I don't know what they had to go through for that to happen. Like it's really hard.